Step 5. Defining the action plan. Once the adaptation measures are selected, we need to think about the sequence of actions that will be required for the implementation, as well as possible partnerships and sources of funding to assist in the process. All this is part of the action plan, which is the matter in Step 5. Table 5.0 suggests an action plan structure to be followed. First, bring from Step 4 the adaptation measures that were selected to be implemented. For each of these measures, think about the actors that should be involved or communicated and register them in Table 6. Also, think about the goal to be achieved with its implementation. In this step of the process, it is important to also think about indicators, which provide evidence that the process is or is not going as expected, and that certain results have been achieved. It is recommended to use a set of indicators rather than just one. Jointly, the indicators can give an idea of the progress and the adaptation measures' contribution to the goal, instead of just saying whether a measure of adaptation was successful or failed. In many cases, the project in which the adaptation plan is inserted ends before the results can be observed. For this reason, it is important that monitoring counts with both process indicators, which are focused on the implementation of measures and actions, and with outcome indicators, which are focused on the partial and final results. The choice of indicators is not objective. Thus, to establish indicators, it is important to think firstly about what you want to evaluate, which means thinking on evaluation questions. Some reflections to be made at this point are: does the indicator provide a clear picture of vulnerabilities and impacts? Allows to distinguish the changes resulting from the actions implemented and others resulting from other elements? In other words, is this adaptation measure contributing to achievement of the plan's objectives? For more information, you can consult the additional instructions for Step 5. In the second part of the table, the actions needed to put the selective adaptation measures in practice are detailed. Come with very practical and detailed actions. Who will be responsible and what stakeholders need to be involved? For this, refer back to Step 6 of Connections and Partnerships, where the key stakeholders have been mapped during the entire planning process. Finally, set a detailed schedule of activities. With this action plan elaborated, we can go to Step 6 of Connections and Partnerships, where we'll think about the agreements and partnerships to enable the adaptation plan.